When I was president of Ukraine-Canada Relations, Inc., we put forward for consideration of a number of players in Canada that notion. The purpose being that no organization can do everything. So I think a policy think tank is very important, and I think this would not be a unique to Ukraine situation. As a matter of fact, just to go back historically, I was president of the UCPBF, Ukrainian Business and Professional Federation at that time, and Ray Natishin, the Right Honorable Ray Natishin, was our patron, and we had a meeting on this. And my proposal to him at the time, because he was concerned what to do about the internment situation and what should the Canadian government do, what should he be advising? And I said, well, there's a fair amount of money at stake. And so you deal with the historic reality of internment. You compensate that in terms of either the participants that are still alive or put up education centers, but you go forward. And going forward is a need for a think tank on Ukraine. Now, that was something like 15 years ago. And the idea has resurrected again, and I think the sooner we get on with it, the better. What I'm totally against is that it should be a diaspora think tank. Because that's neither here nor there. I mean, all of our wisdom does not reside in the diaspora. It resides in knowledgeable people. So that's number one. And secondly, it has to be very specific. And having worked in the Canadian government, what Canadian officials do for ministers who make policy decisions is provide recommendations for actions. And so a think tank should not just be a thinking piece, gathering dust on the shelves. It should be, here are 3 options to deal with lethal weapons in Ukraine. We spent about 5 minutes or 3 minutes talking on it, but it requires a serious sit-down with people that know what they're talking about, and then proposals, options to the decision maker. And in Canada, the decision makers, of course, are the ministers. In Ukraine, similarly. And as far as our community is concerned, my community in Canada is comprised of 45 million people. Those are the people that I want to be talking to. And they need to be on side on that. They need to understand policies. I, for example, am very concerned with the fact that some person came up with the notion that the Conservatives were only interested in Ukraine because they wanted our vote. That is a very negative approach to politics and to the situation in Ukraine. Ukraine needs to be a partner, a national partner for Canada. And this is why the think tank needs to be a Canada-Ukraine think tank.